I can't wait for our current government to give Western Canadian farmers like me a dual market on wheat.
You mean an open market?
No. One in which I can sell my grain to the Canadian Wheat Board and be allowed to sell to whoever I want.
That's called an open market.
But I want a dual market. I'm not saying we should get rid of the Canadian Wheat Board.
There is no such thing as a dual market. The Canadian Wheat Board cannot exist as a monopoly if it has competitors. They don't own any grain elevators or terminals. They get you the best price only because they are the only ones who can sell wheat and barley in Western Canada's prairie provinces.
That is a lie.
Currently, farmers like us get the best prices on wheat and malt barley because in Western Canada all of it must be sold through the CWB. All buyers throughout the world have to purchase their grain through them.
I can do a better job on my own.
What makes you think that you as one farmer can get a better price?
I have a computer. I watch the stock market. It tells me what my grain is worth.
The Canadian Wheat Board has a team of specialists who work to sell your grain 24/7 for the best possible price. You wouldn't get them to run your farm, so how is it that you think you can do their job?
I told you. I have a computer.
Who do you know in Japan or Europe?
When the price is right, I can deliver my grain to the elevator. They will send it to Japan for me.
Why would the elevator companies give you the best price?
They have to compete with each other. That makes them want to pay me more for my grain.
There are only a few major grain companies in Canada that own most of the market. Plus, they are slowly buying each other out so they can have less competition. It's an oligopoly, not pure competition. Their sole purpose is to make money for themselves and shareholders. Why would they increase their price to serve you?
They have to. I'm the customer.
When they sell to Japan, they will all be competing against each other. Japan will buy grain from the lowest bidder. Those companies will get less and so will you. They will drive down the price. When the Wheat Board competes, they are the only seller of quality Canadian wheat. This is why the CWB will get a better price for farmers' grain globally.
If grain companies are freer to sell, then I will also be freer to sell.
All farmers are small fish in a big pond. Without the CWB, companies will continue to add fees, travel allotments, and more ways to rip you off because it is their sole purpose to make money. Whether it is off of you or whether it is off of the buyer. When you have a Wheat Board, their sole purpose is to make money for the farmer.
The Wheat Board is a monopoly. That can't be good.
It is good if it is working for you. It is your monopoly versus having a small number of private companies control the market. If that happens, both the farmer and the consumer will be paying more for food. These companies are already trying to be vertically integrated to control everything.
But I never chose to have the CWB.
You can vote for farmer directors on the board. It is democratically run. You can speak to your representative at any time. Plus, there are plenty of pricing options to choose from.
I just want to have more options.
The freedom you want will only give large companies more control. It will lead to more farmers being pushed off the land. Do you want to be a serf to big corporations?
As long as I have my freedom, I don't care.
You won't have more freedom. If the board leaves, you will have less access to producer cars. Farmer-run railways will be squeezed out of the picture. There will be less groups to advocate for you to the government. When Australia had a wheat board, they got $27 more per ton than US wheat. Now they get $93 less. Is that the freedom you want?
I'll have to talk to my chemical company friends for advice on how to answer that question.
Maybe you should talk to more farmers.
That's stupid. Why would I listen to farmers?